Good evening, everyone. Hi, I'm Aringir and I'll be your anchor for the evening. I would like to formally welcome you to the closing ceremony of the premier edition of South Asian MUN 2020. Without wasting any more time, I would like to invite Ritvik Sikka for his performance. Over to you, Ritvik.
Yes, hello everyone. My name is Ritvik, and I I feel that many of you might already know me. So for those of you who do not, as I said, my name is Ritvik, and I'm 19. I just passed out of school from St. Columbus, and I'm an MUNer and a musician. So yeah, I hope you like my performance today. So for today's set, I have a few pre-prepared songs, and you can also type in all your requests if you want me to sing any song that so you can type it down in the live chat below in your YouTube live, and the necessary people will tell me here on Zoom. So yeah, so I'll start my first performance. So this is the Arijit Singh medley. So yeah, I hope you guys like it. संभल जा जरा फिर मोहब्बत करने चला है तू यहीं रुक जा जरा फिर मोहब्बत करने चला है तू कहते हैं खुदा ने इस जहां में सभी के लिए किसी ना किसी को है बनाया हर किसी के लिए कुछ तो है तुझसे राबता कुछ तो है तुझसे राबता अब क्या है कहना तुमको है रहना जीने की वजह यही है मेरा इसी के लिए फिर याद मजबूर क्या कीजिए राशना रहना दूर क्या कीजिए दिल कह रहा है उसे मुकम्मल कर भी आया हो वो जो अधूरी सी याद बाकी है वो जो अधूरी सी बात बाकी है वो जो अधूरी सी याद बाकी है मैं रंग शरबतों का तू मीठे घाट का पानी मैं रंग शरबतों का तू मीठे घाट का पानी मुझे खुद में घोल दे तो मेरे यार बात बन जानी रंग शरबतों का तू मीठे घाट का पानी शायरों से लफ्ज लेके थोड़े से उधार बोलना ये चाहता हूँ दिल से तुमको यार हो रहा था हो गया है हल्का सा कुमार कोई ना रहा है दिल पे अपने जोर जाऊँ थोड़ा जाऊँ थोड़ा धोखाधड़ी कर देगा सोचा न था इतनी ये गड़बड़ी कर देगा देगा, सोचा न था ऐसी मुश्किल घड़ी कर देगा, सोचा न था। गए तो तेरे तेरे तो उड़ गए तो तेरे, ना 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 ना, उड़ गए तो तेरे तेरे तो उड़ गए तो तेरे। कोई नहीं तेरे सिवा मेरा यहाँ, मंजिलें है मेरी तो सब यहाँ। मिटा दे सभी याद फासले, मैं चाहूँ मुझे मुझसे बात ले, जरा सा मुझ में तू झाँक ले। मैं हूँ क्या कभी जो बादल बरसे, मेरी तुझे आंखें भर के तू लगे मुझे पहली बारिश की दुआ। तेरे पहलू में रह लूं मैं खुद को पागल कह दूं, तो गम दे खुशियाँ सह लूं साथिया। तो सुनना जब से मिले, तो सुनना जब से मिले, बन गए सिलसिले। तो सुनना जब से मिले, तो सुनना जब से मिले, बन गए सिलसिले। हो टूटी चारपाई वही मिट्टी की सुराही, रास्ता देखे है दूधों की मलाई वही ठंडी पुरवाही, रास्ता देखे बन्नो रे बन्नो मेरी चली ससुराल को, अखियों में पानी दे गई दुआ में, मीठी गुड़दानी दे गई। बन्नो रे बन्नो मेरी चली ससुराल को, अखियों में पानी दे गई दुआ में, मीठी गुड़धानी दे गई। एक कबीरा मान जा, एक फकीरा यूं ना जा, आजा तुझको पुकारे तेरी परछाइयाँ। एक कबीरा मान जा, एक फकीरा यूं ना जा। कैसा तू है निर्मोही, कैसा हर जाइया। So that was my first medley. Moving on to the next medley that I have prepared. Also, guys, if you have any requests, you can type it down on the live chat, and the organizing team will help me know so that I can sing your requests as well. Right. Moving on to the next medley that I have. The name of this medley is the Date Night Medley. So it consists of various songs that you're gonna love. I'm pretty sure of that. And just sing along if you know the songs. I hope you like the vibe. So yeah. है कोकिले के साए, पास कोई जो आए, लाख संभालो पागल दिल को, दिल धड़के ही जाए। पर सोच लो इस पल है जो हो दास्तां, कल हो न हो। कहर को जश्न बहारा है, इश्क ये देख के हैरान है। फूल सी खुशबू खफा खफा है गुलशन, छुपा है कोई फिजा की चिलम। सारे सहल नजारे हैं, सोए सोए वक्त के धागे हैं, और दिल में कोई कोई सी बातें हैं। चाहे दुख हो चाहे सुख हो, दिल में तुझको ही पुकारा। तूने हमको है बनाया, तूने हमको है सहारा। जहाँ को तो रब का है, हमें तेरा है सहारा। बस तेरा साथ हो, चाहे जो बात हो। बस तेरा साथ हो, चाहे जो बात हो। तेरे कहने से कर जाएंगे, होश में रहूं क्यों आज मैं, तो मेरी बाहों में सिमटी है, मुझ में समाई है यूं। जिस तरह तू कोई हमदर्दी, तू मेरे सिर में छपी है सागे, तुम्हारा मैं हूँ। पी लूं तेरे नीले नीले नैनों से शबनम, पी लूं तेरी साधी साधी सांसों को हरदम, पी लूं है पीने का मौसम। हो तेरे संग यारा खुश रंग बहारा, तू रात दीवानी मैं सर्द सितारा। हो तेरे संग यारा खुश रंग बहारा, मैं तेरा उदास हूँ जो तू कर दे इशारा। कैसे कहे क्या है सितम, सोचते हैं अब ये हम। कोई कैसे कहे वो है या नहीं हमारे, करते तो है साथ सफर, फासले हैं फिर भी मगर, जैसे मिलते नहीं किसी दरिया के दो किनारे। हर घड़ी बदल रही है धूप जिंदगी, छाँव है कहीं कहीं है धूप जिंदगी। हर पल यहाँ जी है जियो, जो है समा कल हो न हो। That was the daytime medley, guys. I hope you are liking what I'm singing. And you can follow me on Instagram. Everybody, my Instagram handle is @music by Ritvik. I hope it's visible to you. That's my name. So I've got many requests here. So we'll start off by singing "Waqt Ki Baatein." That's a song which is by Dream Note, and it's a very nice song. I know who requested that. So yeah, "Waqt Ki Baatein" it is. Let me just open up the lyrics so that I don't mess up because I usually mess up a lot. Right. हमारा दिल डरा डरा है, टूटा ये जरा जरा है, दिल के इस बवंडर को ठहर जाने दो। होठ ये जरा सिले हैं, खामोशी के सिलसिले हैं, रात थोड़ी गहरी है, शहर आने दो। तो क्या हुआ जो टूटा आज सपना ये तेरा, तो क्या हुआ जो आज कोई अपना ना मिला। कभी तो बुरा होगा ये चाहतों का गम, कभी तो मिल ही जाए कभी को हम सफर। तुझ में ना कभी कोई है, बस तेरा ये दिल बुरा है। वक्त की बातें हैं, इसे गुजर जाने दो। नेक्स्ट टॉपिक दी अनुजैन मेंढे। हौले से धीमे से मुझको बाहों में भर लो ना, तुम नरम सी सांसों में मुझको बाहों में भर लो ना, सुन जरा मेरे पास अब बैठे हैं यहाँ डर के दरिया, बारिशें बारिशें हैं तेरी बातों पे मैं गाती है दुनिया, दिल के दरिया, बारिशें बारिशें हैं. That was Barishe by Anuj Jain. And don't worry, guys, a full-fledged Anuj Jain will be coming after me in the name of the Tanchwani, so you need not worry. Right, okay, so I need to open the chat box in order to. Guys, can you please again write all the requests for me to see? Okay, Pandarang. Okay, local train. We'll do local train. Cool. So I'll just spontaneously try a local train medley. So of all the songs that I could think of, right? So cool. I saw Chulo coming up first, so I'll start with Chulo. खड़ा हूँ आज भी वहीं, दिल फिर बेकरार है. खड़ा हूँ आज भी वहीं, कि तेरा इंतजार है. झूलो जो मुझे तुम कभी, खो न जाऊँ मैं रात में, नजरों में तुम हो बसे. कह दो जो तुम एक बार, मेरे हो बस तुम मेरे, नजरों में तुम हो बसे. रह जाऊंगा बस यूं ही, बस यूं ही रह जाऊंगा बस यूं ही, बस यूं ही रह जाऊंगा यूं ही, बस यूं ही, बस यूं ही रह जाऊंगा यूं ही, बस यूं ही, बस यूं ही. खड़ा हूँ आज भी वहीं, दिल फिर बेकरार है. खड़ा हूँ आज भी वहीं, तेरा इंतजार है. आओगे तुम कभी, मेरी जान कह रही, गाएगा ये जहां, गाएगी ये नदी, बदलेगा ये जहां, आएगा आसमां. आओगे तुम कभी, मेरी जान कह रही, कहता रहा वो ना जाने कब से. बेदर्दी है तेरी कमी है. आओगे तुम कभी, मेरी जान कह रही, आएगा ये जहां, ये नदी, बदलेगा ये जहां, आएगा आसमां. आओगे तुम कभी, मेरी जान कह रही. That was very spontaneous local train medley, guys. Okay, moving on. Okay, someone was requesting for doing Ashiki 2 songs. So I did Tumio. I'll do one more Ashiki 2 song that I really love. अपने घरों की करदाए, यारा, यारा, मुझको हीरा दे दे, इसमें देवा दे दे, मेरी दुआओं के इशारों को सहारे दे, दिल को ठिकाने दे, नए बहारे दे, ख्वाबों की बारिशों को मौसम के पैमाने दे, अपने करम भी कर कर दे इधर भी तू निगाहें, सुन रहा है ना तू, रो रहा हूँ सुन रहा है ना तू, क्यों रो रहा हूँ यारा। That was another one of a very very wonderful song that was a part of Ashik 2. Okay, cool. Any more requests from the secretariat? Okay, cool. I see a खो गए हम कहाँ. So I'll do खो गए हम कहाँ पे प्रतीक को heard. रूह से बहती हुई धुनें इशारे दे, कुछ मेरे राज आवारा से, खो गए हम कहाँ, रंग साए जहाँ, खो गए हम कहाँ, रंग साए जहाँ, तेरे मेरे रास्ते हैं, जादू ये मारते हैं, मैं भी हूँ तू भी है यहाँ, कोई सोई सड़कों पे सितारों के कंधों पे नाचते उठते हैं यहाँ, That was हो गए हम कहाँ. Now moving on to the last few songs. So the next song that I'll be doing is Zara Zara. Okay, let me open up the lyrics first because I really mess up my lyrics a lot. So this is Zara Zara, guys. Okay, there's someone there. I'll have to. Okay, Divyanshu, can you please take over for a while?
Hello, everybody. So, Sikka had to go. Well, I'll be continuing it. I mean, not continuing it, like doing my own site now. So, as you all may know me, my name is Diptanshu Anand. I am from St. Columbus as well. I was Sikka's junior. And well, yeah, that's kind of it. Not very interesting person. So, yeah, let's start. Our first song will be Let Her Go from Passenger. is burning low. Only made the sun when it starts to snow. Yeah, I need some water. Okay. My next song for the evening would be Kasur from Pratik Kuhad. Everyone tells me to sing it all the time. So yeah. हाँ, गुमसुम हूँ राहों की तरह, तेरे ख्वाबों में, तेरी ख्वाहिशों में छुपा, ना जाने क्यों है रोज का सिलसिला, तू रूह की है दास्तां, तेरे जुल्फों की ये नमी, तेरी आंखों का ये इत्मीनान, यहाँ खो भी जाऊं तो क्या कसूर है मेरा, क्यों ये अफसाने इन लम्हों में खो गए, हम घायल थे लफ्जों में खो गए थे, हम अनजाने अब दिल में तुम हो चुके, हम ऐसे हैं कि परछाइयाँ, तेरे सांसों की रात में, तेरे होठों की है सदा, यहाँ खो भी जाऊं तो मैं, क्या कसूर है मेरा, क्या कसूर है मेरा. तेरे जुल्फों की ये नमी, तेरी आंखों का ये नशा, यहाँ खो भी जाऊं तो मैं, क्या कसूर है मेरा, तेरे सांसों की रात है, तेरे होठों की है सदा, यहाँ खो भी जाऊं तो मैं, क्या कसूर है मेरा, क्या कसूर है मेरा, क्या कसूर है मेरा. So that was my second song, which was Kasur from Pratik Kuhad. My next song will be Dil Mere from the album Alas Ke Ped, which is sung by the local train. Yeah. मेरे तू है एक बंजारा, जाने ना तू क्यों फिरता आवारा, मेरे तू है एक बंजारा, जाने ना तू क्यों किस्मत का मारा। दिल मेरे तू है कि बंजारा जाने ना, तू क्यों फिरता आवारा क्या हासिल इस जहां में खुद को जाने ना, तू दे क्या सच और क्या फसाने ले दे मुश्किल खुद को समझाना जाने ना, तू क्यों बन के अनजाना। दिल मेरे तू है एक नाकारा माने ना, तू क्यों किस्मत का मारा ना काबे नादा ढूंढे जिनके दार माया, सुने दिन रास्ते उन बाजारों में दिल के फिरता वारा झूठा दे झूठा है ये जग सारा। है बदनाम अब पर हो मेरे गुजरे थे जो कर में तेरे किरदारों में उलझा उलझा जग सारा गर्दिश में चमके वो टूटा तारा हूँ। मेरे बाजारों में that was my second song or third song, yes, third song, I assume. Next will be Reha by Anuv Jain. Well, Sikka already did Barish. I was going to do it, but okay, कोई नहीं, हम रिहा करेंगे. Let's go. रेत पे पैरों से तेरे निशान मेरे दिल पर लोगों की लहरों सी है बातों से मिटेंगे कब तक हो जाना तू रिहा मेरे हो जाना तू रिहा मेरे ना होना चाहूँ मैं ना हो सकूं कभी हो मुस्कुराहट थी, अब मेरे चेहरे पे है क्यों नहीं ये पूछती। इन गैरों को है समझ नहीं कोई, तस्वीरों में तुम भी खड़ी थे। मिशरी सी यादें संभली पड़ी, तुम इनमें मेरे हो। तू है नूर सा नूर ही है लग, तू ऐसे मेरा है जहाँ। ऐसे आजा मेरी निंदियों में तुम ऐसे हो। बंद पलकों तले तुम हर एक पल मेरे पास हो। तू है नहीं तू है मगर, तू है नहीं मैं कौन हूँ। तू है परिंदों सा उड़ चला फिर, मेरे बता मैं कौन हूँ। नींदों में गुलिस्ता है तेरा मेरा ही है ये आशियाना। ख्वाबों में पैरों से ये टूट गए मेरे, तू लौट आना है जाना। तू रहा मेरे, रह जाना तू रहा मेरे। नाहक मिलो नहीं नारों में तू नहीं। Next song will be This Town by Nile. Uh, yeah, and well before that, Zomato का ad आ गया. Can't do anything about it.
Cheesy pizzas. Get them delivered safely at your doorstep. Order now.
Anyway, moving on. This is This Town by Nile. Okay. The next song which I'll be doing is Perfect by Ed Sheeran. सबने सुना होगा, obviously. Also, follow me on Instagram. It's at the rate DeptanchuXX. I post covers too. Yeah. Thank you to the founder president Kirat Singh Saluja for inviting me here, to Aryan Girdhar and to Harsh Malhotra, and also to Aditya Shresth Agarwal. This has been a great experience, and I wish all the best for to everyone. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Ritvik and Dipanshu, for this amazing performance. We really appreciate your presence here. Now, I would like to request the founder president of South Asian MUN, Mr. Kirat Singh Saluja, to introduce the chief guest. So, over to you, Kirat.
Thank you, Aryan. Thank you, Ritvik and Tansh for your wonderful performances. We have our chief guest, Mr. Vivek Bhardwaj, with us here. Mr. Vivek Bhardwaj is an IAS officer serving since 1990, currently serving as the additional secretary in the Ministry of Home Affairs. We're very delighted to have sir here. Sir, over to you.
Good evening, friends. I'm really delighted to be part of the South Asian Model United Nations, and I'm especially grateful to Kira Singh Saluja, the founder, for inviting me to be part of this event. I believe that the conference for the last 2 days has been simulating the United Nations Security Council and the United Nations Human Rights Commission. The UNSC has been debating on de-escalating tensions in the Middle East, with special emphasis on JCPOA. And the UNHRC has been discussing the issue of protection and promotion of human rights in times of conflict situations, with special emphasis on women and children. I deeply appreciate my young friends for their enthusiastic participation and certainly for their breadth of knowledge. We all know that the United Nations system is a symbol of multilateralism, international cooperation, and for nations to find their voice within this world. And therefore, the United Nations system is a wide variety of organizational entities. These are variously called as centers, agencies, organizations, commissions, and programs. But the United Nations system is not the only system which is multilateral in nature. The Bretton Woods system actually predates the UN system in modern times. And this is the system which gave rise to the World Bank and the IMF. Again, there is the World Trade Organization, which is a system parallel to the United Nations, which governs international trade. So the short point is that the United Nations system is just one part, but certainly the most important part of multilateral institutions in this world. Today, I want to draw your attention to another important part of international cooperation, which very few of us know, and that is the area of setting standards. Now, what are standards? We've heard of the hallmark, which sets the standards for purity in gold. We in India have the ISI mark. We also have the FSSAI, the Food and Safety Standards Authority of India, and we see their logo on each food product we buy. So this is also an important area of multilateralism. Now, there are three important things which such a system of setting international standards, it does three important things. The first is that it sets up standards for common measurement. Now think of a situation where a merchant in the US orders 100 kgs of paddy from India, and he actually receives something very different from 100 kgs, because 100 kgs is different in the US and different in India. Fortunately, that is not the case. But you would notice that when you go to a Biba store and you want to try out a small size, you find that the small size is different from a small size suit in a W showroom. Or when you go to a Woodlands shoe store, you find that your Bata ka art number is not the Woodlands art number. So it's very important to have common measurement standards. The second important thing which standards do is to ensure interoperability. Again, think of a situation where your Samsung phone doesn't or isn't able to call up your friend on his iPhone. And the third important thing which standards do is to ensure consumer safety. The ISI mark that we talked about, in fact, all electrical appliances in India have to mandatorily adhere to the standards set by BIS so that the consumers who use those electrical appliances are safe. But this setting of standards is not such a simple thing. And as much innocent it may look, it is actually a game of winners and losers. Now think of a standard where an international trade organization says that all trade in food grains will actually be made in jute bags. If this was a condition, then which is the country which will actually gain? India would gain because we have the largest jute industry. And what if the standard was that international trade in food grains, which will be in HDPE bags? If that was the case, then countries which have an HDPE industry, they would gain. To elaborate further, if there was a condition that an X equipment shall only have leather being used in its manufacture, then you would find that it is the countries which produce leather, they are the ones that are at an advantage. And therefore, it is very important to understand what these standard setting institutions are doing and how do we ensure that our voice is heard in these institutions. I will give you an even more specific example. The police wireless system in urban areas is called radio trunking. Now, there are two competing international standards for that. One is made by the Americans, it is called APCO. The other is mandated by the Europeans, it's called TETRA. Now, the moment you decide on an APCO standard, you're actually giving this order to an American company. And similarly, if you decide on the European standard, you are in effect favoring a European company. So the setting of standards produces winners and losers. Now you would also recall that in 1982, the world came together to mandate what is called the United Nations Convention on Law of the Seas. In 1982, we were neither a country with great economic power nor political voice in world affairs. And traditionally, we have not been a seafaring nation. And therefore, I'm not sure how much our interests were safeguarded in the United Nations Convention on Law of the Seas. It would be a matter of great research to find out why was the exclusive economic zone kept to 200 nautical miles? Why was it not kept at 225 or 150? I'm sure there must be a story there. But what I am even surer is that when the law for the final frontier is actually formulated, we would be at the high table. And I'm talking about the law governing the use of space. You would recall that the Honorable Prime Minister himself last year announced that India had become one of the few countries in the world to eliminate a satellite in space. We are now the fourth country in the world to have such a technology. And what this means is that when the law for the space is drafted, India's voice would be heard loud and clear. So multilateralism is not only about putting your own point across, debating and discussing, but it is also about building alliances. It's about mutual cooperation and adjustments and keeping national interests foremost. I would like to end with a short story. In a village, there was a smart young man who studied in a nearby city. In the holidays, he came back to his village and found that a holy man had come visiting. He found that the villagers were in awe of the holy man. They would offer him many things. They would go and attend his sermons. And our smart young lad thought that it was all a hoax and that he was an imposter. And he decided to prove that to his fellow villagers. So one day in the evening, he went to the congregation. He carried a live butterfly in his palm. He asked the holy man, "Is the butterfly dead or alive?" He had decided that if the holy man said it was dead, he would set the butterfly free. And if the holy man said it was alive, he would crush the butterfly and show it to the entire village that this man was a hoax. The holy man thought for a while and finally said, "It is all in your hands, son. Our generation has given this world the longest period of peace in history. I'm sure my young friends will take this forward and solve the remaining problems of this world. It is now all in your hands. Thank you."
Thank you so much, sir, for your lovely address. I'm sure the delegates must have learned a lot. Now, I would like to put forth some questions that the delegates had for you. So may I?
Yes, please.
All right, sir. So the first question that, the most asked question was that how to reach the position that you have reached in your life as of now.
Well, there is no alternate to hard work. Like they say, inspiration is only 1%, the rest is 99% is hard work. That's the short answer to that.
Indeed, sir. Thank you so much. So the next question is that many of our participants, they are aspiring to become future leaders. So sir, they had a question that like if they want to work for the country, what is the better option? Do they become a lawmaker or do they become a bureaucrat? Your opinion, sir.
Well, my opinion is that every person in this world, no matter where he is, what station he is at, he can contribute to nation building. One doesn't need to be in politics only or in the civil service only. Even a teacher is building a nation. A security guard is also building the nation, keeping it safe. So every one of us can, in our own ways, contribute to nation building. And the simplest way is to do our job faithfully. That's all.
Indeed, sir. Thank you so much. So another question that was highlighted the most was, sir, how does the government and the bureaucratic section they work hand in hand for the betterment of the country?
This is an interesting question. And please do appreciate that there's hardly any conflict. It is a very cooperative environment where the bureaucrat understands that the final decision maker is the minister because he represents the people of this country, and this nation derives its strength from the people. Therefore, in a environment of mutual trust, confidence, decisions are made. We put forth our point of view, but at the end of it, it is the people who decide. Thank you.
Right, sir. So the last question being, sir, there have been several articles which say that the bureaucrats enjoy more power than most of the senior leaders of this country. So your comment on that?
I would not put it has more power, less power. I think we all have a role to play, and we do realize it is part of the Indian civil services tradition and ethos that we recognize that it is the political leadership which should have the final say because they represent the people of this country. But we all have our sphere of work, and we need to do our best in whatever we are given.
Thank you so much, sir. It has been wonderful having you. We sure have learned a lot from you. Thank you so much for giving us your precious time. Thank you, sir.
I'm deeply grateful for you to making me a part of this. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Vivek sir. Thank you, Kirat sir. Now, to make this evening even more special, we have a drum performance by Vineet. So, over to you, Vineet.
Hello, am I audible to you?
Yes, we need start. We're ready for you.
Yeah. Can I have a sound check?
Yeah, we need please start. Yes, we need your all set. Please begin.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks a lot, Vinny. That was indeed a wonderful performance. Now, the moment for which everyone has been waiting for has finally arrived, and that is the prize distribution ceremony. As I call upon the names of the committees, I would like the executive board members of the specific committees to kindly announce the awards. I would like to invite the executive board members of United Nations Security Council.
Hello, am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Okay. I would like to request. Okay. I don't have my COIB members. No worries. Okay, delegate. Okay. Hello, everyone. I know we're going live. So this committee was really nice. We had a lot of first timers and newcomers in the committee. And having said that, the level of debate was decent. Without further ado, not gonna waste much time. I'm just gonna go on and announce the awards. Give me a second. Yeah. Okay. So the special mention award goes to, in a particular order, the delegate of Belgium, Saudi Arabia, and Afghanistan. The High Commendation Award goes to the delegate of St. Vincent, and the Best Delegate Award goes to the delegate of United States of America. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, Sugar sir. Now I would like to invite the executive board members of United Nations Human Rights Council.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so UNHRC was a very fun committee, and we have like first timers, and they also performed very well. And for the part of the like result, special mention goes to Slovakia. High comms, there are two high comms in no particular order. It goes to Chile and Australia. And best delegate, he was really performing very good, goes to Germany. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Akshat sir. Now moving on to the committee, the Vampire Diaries. So I'll be announcing the awards. The verbal mention in no particular order goes to Haley, Bonnie, Elena, and Elijah. The special mention goes to Radicus and Sheila Bennett. The High Commendation Award goes to Liv Parker, Luke Parker, and Katerina Petrova. And the Best Delegate Award goes to Ketsia. Congrats, delegates. Thank you, South Asian MUN. And also, the awards for the committee IPL will be announced in the WhatsApp groups only because we don't have the executive board members right now. And at last, I would like to call upon the founder president of South Asian MUN, Mr. Kirat Singh Saluja, to address the gathering and finally declare the conference closed. Over to you, Kirat, sir.
Hi, thank you, Arun. Uh, Hello, delegates. I know you're all very tired. You've been waiting since I guess since the past 1.5 hour, but I hope you can bear with me for another 2 minutes. So I am Kirat Singh Saluja, the founder president of South Asian Model United Nations. I have no words to say right now. There are mixed feelings rushing through me right now, of happiness, of pride, and of despair. Now, before I get too involved into my feelings, I'd like to start with thanking some people. First of all, I'd like to thank Vivek sir for giving us precious time and addressing us. Next, I'd like to thank the Secretary General of this conference and my little brother Aditya Shresh Agarwal, without whom this conference wouldn't have been possible. Unfortunately, he couldn't be present today because of some other commitments. Next, I'd like to thank Shikhar sir, our chief advisor, for guiding us to the success of this conference. I'd also like to thank the whole Secretariat and OC for working tirelessly for this conference. My sincere gratitude to the EB members for accepting our invite and teaching the delegates so much. Thank you to Ritvik, Diptanshu, and Vineet for their wonderful performances. Thank you, Aryan, for being the master of the ceremony. At last but not the least, I'd like to thank my friends, the KCG, for the constant support in whatever I needed. This conference will always have a piece of my heart, and I'm really glad that I got the chance to host all of you at the South Asian Model UN. At last, with a heavy heart, I, Kirat Singh Saluja, Founder President, South Asian Model United Nations, declare the conference closed. Thank you everyone for being a part. I would like to take this opportunity to declare that we're coming back with South Asian MUN second edition in November. Hope to see you all there with this signing off Kirat Singh Saluja, Founder President. Thank you.